As Mojtaba Khamenei firmly rejects any possibility of peace talks and refuses to end the ongoing war soon, Iran has made a dramatic move by reaching out directly to NATO, raising eyebrows. The surprising phone call from Tehran came just hours after Mojtaba's bold no to Donald Trump's claims that the war was nearing its end. In the midst of a new wave of missile attacks targeting several Arab nations, Iran has issued a stern warning to a NATO member state operating in the Middle East. Do not allow the United States to use your soil for launching attacks against us, or face serious consequences, said an enraged Mojtaba, making it clear that Iran is prepared to expand the war if provoked. Turkey is on edge as the Middle East war sends shockwaves across the region. Speaking from Ankara, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Turkey will hold urgent talks with NATO allies amid growing security fears.
We are going to discuss the developments with our NATO and other allies and will take necessary measures to increase our security and take extra measures.
As the war across the Middle East continues to rage, new friction has emerged in the already complex relationship between Iran and Turkey, adding yet another layer to an increasingly volatile regional crisis. On March 9th, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian personally reached out to his Turkish counterpart, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, in what sources describe as a tense but critical diplomatic phone call. That conversation came shortly after reports surfaced that a missile fired from Iranian territory had been intercepted inside Turkish airspace, an alarming development that immediately heightened tensions between the two nations. Meanwhile, on March 10th, Iran once again launched a round of missile and drone strikes targeting US-aligned Arab states across the Gulf region, including Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Kuwait. The governments of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Kuwait later confirmed that they were actively countering incoming Iranian missiles and drones on the 11th consecutive day of the regional war. In a fiery statement, Iran's foreign minister claimed that the United States had already admitted to using military bases and territories across the Arab world to launch attacks against Iran. Iran's president said, quote, "The Islamic Republic of Iran has always declared its readiness to reduce tension in the region provided that the airspace, soil, and waters of our neighbors are not used to attack the Iranian people," unquote. His was the second time in just 5 days that a missile launched from Iran had been shot down while crossing into Turkish airspace, amplifying concerns about the widening reach of the conflict.
Regarding today's incident, missile interception, we are again reminding Iran that they are not supposed to insist and repeat wrongdoings. We are going to discuss the developments with our NATO and other allies and will take necessary measures to increase our security and take extra measures. After interception of the first missile, we warned Iranian authorities, but I have to underline that, despite our sincere warnings, provocative steps are being taken by Iran, which will jeopardize the friendship of Turkey.
After the first interception, Turkey's foreign minister delivered a stern and carefully worded statement, warning that Ankara would not tolerate any violation of its airspace or national sovereignty.
Iranian President, Mr. Masoud Pezeshkian's statement today fits perfectly into the context which we have mentioned. That is, the statement of, "We will not attack a place that does not allow attacks, and we apologize for having attacked so far," is essentially the statement that we have been emphasizing. We spoke with our Iranian friends. We said that if this is a missile that veered off path, that's a different matter. But if there's going to be more of this, it may be a one-off. But if there's going to be more of this, and our advice to you is to be very careful. Nobody in Iran should embark on such an adventure. Frankly, I discussed this issue with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio during our telephone conversation. There are indications, rumors, that such a situation exists, that U.S. is working to mobilize Kurdish forces against Iranian government. He stated that they are not making such an effort, that they have no such intention. However, as I said at the time, Israel's intentions in this matter are no secret. Our intelligence agency, and our defense minister, everyone, are expressing to their counterparts the wrongness of this and the problems and difficulties it could cause. In other words, we are against all scenarios that aim to instigate a civil war in Iran or to create conflict along ethnic or religious lines.
On March 7th, Turkey officially cautioned Iran against carrying out further attacks, a warning that followed the initial missile interception recorded on March 4th, a clear sign of growing impatience in Ankara. The Turkish Defense Ministry later confirmed that fragments of the intercepted ammunition had landed inside the border province of Gaziantep, prompting local security forces to seal off the surrounding area. The rising tension between the two neighboring nations has intensified at a sensitive moment, coming just days after controversial and highly publicized attack on Azerbaijan added fresh strain to the region's security dynamic. On March 5th, a swarm of kamikaze drones targeted Nakhchivan airport in Azerbaijan, a region bordering Iran, in what appeared to be a carefully coordinated strike that shocked the entire Caucasus. Reports indicate that at least 4 people were injured when explosive-laden drones hit the airport's passenger terminal, damaging parts of the facility and grounding several commercial flights. The Azerbaijani government in Baku swiftly condemned the strike, calling it a terrorist act, directly blaming Tehran for the attack and demanding an official apology from Iranian authorities. In response, Iran's ambassador to Russia strongly rejected any suggestion of Tehran's involvement, insisting that the assault was not the work of Iranian forces and hinting at a possible external setup. On the same day, March 5th, the envoy, Kazem Jalali, suggested that the incident might have been part of a larger Israeli intelligence operation designed to frame Iran and manipulate regional tensions.